beachside haven of Bowen is about 80 kilometres or an hour's drive from Proserpine Airport. It's one of those towns that might not spring to mind when you think of a Whitsunday's break, but it has some high-ranking beach holiday credentials that may just change your mind.
So to most Queenslanders, I would suggest that this would be one of Bowen's best-kept secrets. It's beautiful beaches. But ironically, it's known internationally. The backpacker market flock here. The grey nomads come from all points of Australia to soak up the rays on Bowen's beautiful beaches. It's terrific for families as well, but take a look at this. On a day like today, I'm the only person here. And there's about 6 different beaches that I could choose from depending on which way the wind's blowing. It's fantastic.
I've checked into the Coral Cove Apartments just north of town. Nearby Horseshoe Bay is one of Bowen's most popular sandy stretches. But honestly, I like the look of the calm little bay just out in front of the units, and it seems like I'm not alone. Simone Macon and her young family are lucky enough to call this their backyard.
We have lots of people coming down here. People walk around there and they sunbake. There's kayakers that just utilise all this fishing. Some of the kayaks are rigged up with fishing rods and eskies, and so everybody uses this beach.
And so do you and Bonnie sort of do a bit of beach combing along here?
Yes, we all do. I've got 3 girls all together and neighbours, and we all get together and we walk along here. You can find beautiful shells, lots of different shaped corals, and we swim. We swim here on Sunday because around the other bay's a little bit windy, so we swim here and it's clear. It's beautiful.
Bowen boasts several different beaches and bays that are wrapped around a headland. They all seem to face different directions, so wind conditions don't have to ruin your plans. Though if it is blowing or not, the kids will want to visit the front beach at the end of the main street, where there's a mini water park, barbecue facilities and a new playground.
I don't know about you, Ross, but I think when we were kids, you and I, you go to a park, there'd be a plank of wood which they called a seesaw. That was about, what about all this stuff?
Yes, exactly.
It's great, isn't it? Fantastic for the young'uns.
And we haven't been here for about 5 or 6 years, so all this is all brand new for us. Last time we were here, this was just lawn, no playgrounds, no parks, no Catalina Museum. The wharf was there, the boats were there, but this was all just a lawn area.
It's a well-kept secret, this little part of Queensland, isn't it?
Exactly, the gem of the Coral Coast.
The heartbreak for me.
So if you're coming to Bowen, you have to come to Flagstaff Hill. This is a fantastic place to get a 360-degree view and take a real good look at some of Bowen's beaches. They are magnificent.
The Interp Centre houses the aptly named restaurant 360 on the Hill. Run by community Indigenous group Curadella, it acts as a hospitality training centre, much needed by the locals, according to manager Bev Cummings.
Like we find in our area here, because we're not a big touristy type town, but we still need the skills and training for our mob, and not just our mob, the whole of the Bowen community, because that's what we are.
I noticed that. It's not strictly for Indigenous, is it? You've got a few other, people that come here and do it as well.
Yep, we've got some pretty deadly people on board here.
The restaurant's trademark dish is the local red-throat emperor, and I can definitely give it my stamp of approval. Bowen's beaches may only be rivalled by its abundant seafood. And if you're looking for the catch of the day, fresh off the trawlers, the guys at Arabon Seafood will have no trouble sorting you out.
G'day, mate.
How you doing?
They said this is where I should come for some good local Bowen seafood. What do you got?
I reckon you're in the right place.
Yeah? I'm looking for something to watch the sunset with this afternoon with a cold beer in hand. Can you rack me up a bit of a platter?
Yeah, I reckon we'd throw a couple of mud crabs and some red spot prawns and a couple of bananas and add about a couple of Moreton Bay bugs to go with it.
Mate, you're speaking my language.
Stay in Bowen at the Coral Cove Apartments and take advantage of a special deal for Queensland Weekender viewers. Book 3 nights in a 2-bedroom, self-contained apartment for $750. Normally $930. Conditions apply.
You've seen Bowen's beautiful beaches. The mangoes up here speak for themselves. The seafood is superb. I really don't know what more they could do to roll out the welcome mat. Don't be a stranger, is all I can say when next you're thinking about a North Queensland holiday. Bowen
is a top place. Now, this might look like far more than I can consume. There is a lot of food here. But I'll tell you what, in the spirit of doing my job well, I'll give it a good crack. That's all we've got time for on the show today. I hope you've enjoyed it. 7 News is coming up in just a moment from now. Sophie Formica and the Great South East team are back tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. Have a top week, and I'll see you next Saturday for more Queensland Weekender. Bye for now. Oh, that's so good.